In this video, we're going to take a look at getting your nuvi 2455 LMT set up for use for the very first time. First thing you can do is go ahead and peel off the screen protector and hold down the power button for a second or two. That's going to boot up the GPS. The very first time that you turn the GPS on, it is going to prompt you, ask you for some information, and ask you to agree to a few warnings. This is only going to appear the very first time that you boot up the GPS. The first thing it's going to ask is for us to select our locale. And you can select the up arrow or the down arrow depending on where you're located. You can scroll down the country list, and once you've found your country, you can go ahead and press OK. Next, it's going to ask us to select language, and on this very first screen we have American English, Spanish, and Other. If you select Other, that's going to bring you to a much longer list from which you can choose a language if yours did not appear previously. There are certain features that are only going to be available in certain languages, so if it's not available in your language, make sure that you check for updates on Garmin.com. Here we have a license agreement. We can go ahead and agree to these, and this warning here as well. And here we are on the main screen. We have where to, view map, and down on the bottom, volume, apps, and settings. The first thing that we want to do is set our home location. So for that, we're going to select where to, and then we're going to select the three bars in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And the very first option there, set home location. There's three options. We can either enter an address, we can use our current location, or we can use a recently found. I'm actually going to use my current location where I am right now and set that as my home location. Just a note though, if you're ever on that screen and use current location is grayed out and you can't select it, that's happening because the GPS has not yet acquired satellites, so just give it a second and that should appear as a selection for you. So we've set our current location as our home location. We can verify that by going to Saved, and the very first one in the list we have Home, which is 0 miles away. We're there right now. Next I want to set my work location, and I'm going to do that. First I'll go back to the main screen by holding down the arrow in the lower left-hand corner. That'll bring me all the way back. And now we have where to, and I'm going to enter an address. And you can go ahead, enter in the address manually, put in the number first. So I'll do 111, and then you can enter your street name. I'll put in Main Street. And then hit Next. And then it's going to generate a list of all the 111 main streets that it can find. Take note that it's going to find both South Main Street and North Main Street and East Main Street, or even street names that just have Main in the title. So I'll go back and I'll select the very first one in that list. And now I have routes, I, and go. Routes will show me different ways in which I can get to 111 South Main Street. Go is going to put me on a route to go there. I'm going to hit that I in the middle. That's going to bring up some information on the location. And now I'll hit the three bars in the upper left-hand corner, hit Save, and I can give that a title, which I will call Work. Hit Done. Work is added to saved places. So we'll double check again just to make sure. Hold down the arrow in the lower left-hand corner, all the way back to the main menu, and then Where to, and Saved on the right. And there's Home and Work. That's about all it takes to get the GPS up and running for the very first time. There are other settings, of course, that you can adjust, or if you like, you can simply select a destination from the Points of Interest database and be on your way. So that is a quick look at getting set up for the very first time with the Garmin nuvi 2455 LMT.